How to buy online correctly. Online stores save money, as they provide lower prices due to the lack of sales areas. Online stores also save time, as they deliver products to a convenient address and at a convenient time for you. As such, they seem to be the ideal, anti-crisis, way of trading. This is evidenced by the massive transition to this area of a number of large retail chains with the beginning of isolation and quarantines. However, the reality may be very different. First, prices for the same product in different, and even large, online stores can differ by a quarter, a third, or even several times, as in ordinary stores and retail chains. But the main disadvantage is that you buy a product, according to the picture, without being able to study it, live. This limits the scope of internet trade in homogeneous goods with guaranteed quality. These are primarily books, contact lenses, diapers, household and electronic appliances and similar goods. Already buying food can be an ambiguous process, since in a number of even well-advertised online stores you run the risk of receiving your order incompletely, or even with surplus products. Full exotic are the overpriced relative to the order made and goods with an expiring date. But getting unripe fruits instead of beautiful advertising samples in the picture of the site and now remains more the norm than the exception. When buying home appliances, the problem of the presence of hidden defects and reliability of guarantees is a problem. If the online store gives its own guarantee, then in some cases it may simply not live to see a breakdown that occurred during the warranty period. If this is a manufacturer's warranty, it may be completely incorrectly executed. In addition, it is impossible to completely exclude the possibility of a situation that the company performing the warranty repair simply does not recognize the warranty for the goods sold through a specific online store. In general, the meaningfulness of purchases via the internet depends on the type of household appliances. So, when buying mobile phones, problems usually do not arise even in the cheapest online stores. Televisions, washing machines, dishwashers, stoves, heating appliances, and computer equipment usually work quite well as well. Plumbing fixtures, especially complex ones, like shower cabins, as well as finishing materials, are a real risk zone. The reason is simple. Photographs and scanty descriptions do not fully convey the appearance of the product and significantly embellish it. Therefore, when buying all products that do not have an unambiguous standard description and for which appearance is important, you must first study them yourself and make a choice in the real world. You should go to the store, carefully examine the product, consult with various specialists and, only having made a choice, use the online store. At the same time, you can easily be brought not what you ordered, so you need to carefully monitor the specification of the products you have chosen. But the most painful question when buying from an online store is the assortment of goods. Dealers in household appliances and household goods, or even books, sometimes post data on the internet about all the goods that they theoretically can have. As a result, ordering online, on the website of the internet store, can result in a giant loss of time and long correspondence with sellers who are not in a hurry and at the same time constantly offended by you. The most reasonable way to buy in the online store is to order the goods of your choice by phone directly. You can lose time because the phone is busy or no one will approach it for a long time. But, at least, you will immediately weed out the dead stores that have long ceased to function, but did not bother to close their sites on the internet and did not recall already paid advertisements. Really effective online stores post chats on the site, which allows you to quickly contact managers without a phone. But the phone is still more reliable because it allows you to communicate not with a robot and, at the level of intonation, determine who you are dealing with and whether you want to contact this store. People's written language is more standardized and formalized than conversation. Therefore, an inability to concentrate, a lack of understanding of simple questions, a lack of knowledge of details, neglect of the client and other features will manifest themselves in oral communication much faster than in written communication. This will allow you to quickly realize the inadequacy of this or that online store and save time and effort. It is useful, when ordering a product, not to name it directly, even if you have made your final choice a long time ago. You need to ask for advice and even some time just to talk to the manager, to realize the extent of its reasonableness and rationality and, consequently, the quality of the store. In addition to the impossibility of assessing the goods you buy in advance, the most important problem of online stores is courier delivery. You must understand that the work of a courier is hard and low paid, and either young people or, for one reason or another, people who have no prospects go to work there. The courier may not understand the address, not be able to use the navigator, get confused and lose orientation, be late or arrive an hour and a half earlier without warning. All this is almost normal because the courier usually works either temporarily or part-time. Most of the trained and energetic people quickly find another job in one way or another. In a crisis, the situation, of course, changes, but there is no need to demand high adaptability and efficiency from the courier. His mistakes have to tolerate and forgive. He was not an academic and not the manager, that's why he works as a courier. But the quality of courier delivery is one of the essential factors in choosing one or another online store. Because bad couriers can spoil the life of the customer much stronger than orders service bad managers. It is fundamentally important that in a crisis, the periodic appearance of chaos in a complexly organized business is quite natural and, moreover, almost inevitable. Therefore, even when faced with the full inadequate delivery seemingly reputable store, do not despair and try to educate. The service is an extremely aggressive statement of claims for all available channels to you. If the firm you do business with is viable, it will either correct the deficiencies you point out, or it will add you to the list of scandalous clients, and the services for you will be provided with better quality. At the same time, if the corresponding online store is not significant for you, it will be easier and cheaper to simply refuse its services by looking for a replacement. A more serious problem, in respect of which complaints are unlikely to help you, is the systematic overstatement of prices by one or another trading platform, including after supposedly discounts. This appears to be fraudulent, but is usually considered just a marketing policy. At first, you are attracted by a convenient service and tolerable prices, and then they begin to pluck, slowly and imperceptibly raising prices. When you buy a discount, the price is acceptable for you. But then suddenly the discount ends, and prices, even considering the discounts, go up. You may already be linked to this site loyalty program, buying free delivery for the year ahead and just have it. In principle, it is also possible to customize prices that differ for different customers depending on their consumer profile and past behavior. In this case, all you have to do is use a direct internet search to compare prices and switch to new platforms. The main thing in internet commerce is to spend time and effort on the most severe selection of stores, on the search for really high quality and relatively cheap trading platforms. Of course, you should pay attention to the ratings and user ratings given by search engines. But often, both are nothing more than tools of advertising and competition, which does not allow using them to their full extent. Of course, you can walk through an independent forum and read the reviews, but still many risks will have to assume. This uncertainty is the main feature of internet commerce. Remember that when buying homogeneous, standardized goods with guaranteed quality, and their share in our consumption is increasing, it is not vital. Pleasant and economical online shopping.